Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. It's Monday, January 27th, 2020. And we have a quiet weather week ahead. And of course, a lot of the weather chatter has been about the potential for something to happen here over the weekend with regards to rain and or snow. I still think we're probably about another 2 days of resolving how this is all going to play out, and we'll get into that in just a bit. But just wanted to very quickly thank you, those of you who are my Facebook supporters. The buck a month really helps, keeps the free apps free. And if you haven't downloaded the free weather apps, do so on Google Play or on the App Store, the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi Weather app, or Angry Ben's Weather app, the Angry Weatherman. So let's get started. This, as I said, a quiet week ahead overall. So that means that daytime weather will feature partly sunny skies. At times it might go mostly sunny. At times it may go more to a mix of sun and clouds, but we really don't see too much happening precipitation wise. And from northeast Virginia to southern New England for today, we're looking at highs mostly in the middle to maybe even a few upper 40s as you head down toward areas to the south like Baltimore and Washington, and maybe more like lower 40s as you head up into the Hudson Valley and into parts of Connecticut. This is going to be the story here for much of this week, as I said, and we're going to see our temperatures kind of downtrend a little bit each day. So highs tomorrow will be mostly between 40 and 45 areas in northeast Pennsylvania to the north and east, probably not getting out of the 30s. Wednesday, temperatures everywhere 30s to around 40 for highs, and then we move on to Thursday with high temperatures mostly in the 30s. I think Thursday will probably be the chilliest day of the week. And then after that, temperatures may start to edge a little bit higher. A lot is going to depend on how much cloud cover we get involved with a weather system potentially to our south or southeast, and whether we're going to wind up with any precip or not. If it does turn out that we're going to have to deal with this, temperatures will likely be a little bit lower. Not much happening on the satellite this morning. We do have weather going on in the South Atlantic states and over Florida, seeing a lot of clouds streaming up to the northeast. There's also some broken cloud cover in and around the Great Lakes, and skies aren't too shabby in between. Looks like we are gonna see partly sunny skies today, and you also could see energy coming in the west, and there's a lot of weather systems that are basically running around, making it very, very tough to figure how this is all going to play out. On the radar early today, we have a little bit of light precip going on in parts of upstate New York and in New England in the form of a bit of lake effect here, and also a weak weather front that's kind of moving through. And in the southeast, we have some precip that's moving eastward, and this is in response to a Gulf low that is moving right along. And when we look at the surface map, actually the weak weather front is almost impossible to find on the surface map today. And then to the south, as I said, a little weak low moving across the northeastern Gulf of Mexico, and also another weak system that's in eastern Kentucky. Really is not going to amount to very much. So here's the issue regarding the weather going forward. The jet streams are split, but more importantly, if you look at this, it's kind of messy. You've got weather systems sort of running around all over the place. And that makes it very, very tough because you don't know whether these systems are going to hook up and phase together, or if we're going to wind up seeing one of them getting suppressed. And you're seeing these systems getting suppressed, at least initially. Another weather system will be moving across the Gulf of Mexico and out way to our south for Wednesday and Thursday. And this is our weather system here for the possibility of one for the weekend. And then there's a short wave that is coming down into the northern part of the jet stream. And what will happen is either this one will overwhelm and suppress everything, in which case this system just pretty much runs out to the south and stays relatively flat, or you wind up seeing the system phasing together from the northern part of that jet stream getting together with the south, and you wind up with a trough and a low that moves up the East Coast. I honestly think you're probably just going to have to wait another day or two to see how models settle out in all of this. And in the meantime, while we're doing that, we can just sit back and relax and enjoy the higher pressure that is building up from the north. You can see the low on Wednesday there, moving across the Gulf states and heading out off the southeast coast. And on the latest run of the GFS, we see another low moving off the southeast coast early Saturday. And this is the low that develops. But again, in this particular instance, with what we're seeing on today's model runs, we're seeing that the north suppresses the south and kicks it out to our south and east. So again, probably another day or two, maybe not until really on Wednesday before we can settle out. The models will settle out on what's going to happen. But at least in the meantime, we know what to deal with. We're dealing with, and folks, the winter that it's been. It has been not a good one for snow lovers, and I've always been a fan of the idea of the trend being your friend. So you're going to have to prove it to me that this is going to be something other than a low that goes out to our south and east and really doesn't do very much of anything. In which case, we could wind up being dry here, not only through the work week, but through the weekend and into the very first part of next week. All right, so have a great Monday. Enjoy your day. Thanks for being here on Weatherman 5, the Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7 o'clock on YouTube. We'll see you later.